The Reavers bounce back in Arkansas. Baptism by fire after their first loss in almost 2 years. A couple of one-win teams butt heads at City Stadium. Does TJ win one? The #1 soccer team in the nation puts its top billing on the line at home. It was over in the first half. The #2 team kicked it around with #17. A tale of two halves. The 8th-ranked Iowa Western volleyball team shows off at home. The Reavers feast in their own festival. Hey, feast or famine, the Bluffs Sports Zone starts right now. Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to another edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, is it me, or does it seem like the Iowa Western football team has been on the road forever? I mean, what, last week Georgia, this week Arkansas? That's a lot of miles. I mean, last week the first loss in what, almost 2 years? And this week? Well, here's IDub TV student Aaron Zach.
Road game coverage brought to you by Jenny Edmondson Sports Medicine.
Presented by Caddy's Riverside.
It's back to work for the 7th-ranked Reavers. Iowa Western looking to start a new streak as they face the Buffaloes of Arkansas Baptist. Akis Teague weaves his way through. Open, touchdown Iowa Western. 7-0 to end the first quarter. Second quarter, Buffalo's Randall Dixon connects to Tyrone Carter for a 23-yard touchdown tie game. Reavers on a 4th and goal from the 10. Brevard steps out of the pocket. He floats one up there, caught! Spencer Smith, 21-7 Iowa Western. Chris Flowers in as quarterback now for the Baptist. Throws into double coverage. Mondo Williams intercepts at the Arkansas Baptist 35. Visitors 1st and 10. Brevard buying time. Looks, finds someone, lays one up there, catches it. Malcolm Moore comes down with it. Touchdown Reavers, 28-7. Home team with a 4th and goal from the 4. Dixon to derail Mems. Touchdown Buffaloes. Iowa Western leads at the break 28-13. Start of the third. A surprise onside by the Reavers, setting them up with a 1st and 10 at their own 49. Akis Teague overall 26 carries, 260 yards, a new school record. Gets tackled down inside the red zone. Next play, Brevard, who throws 5 touchdown passes, finds Geronimo Allison over the top. Touchdown Iowa Western 42-13. Arkansas Baptist 3rd and 10. Dixon throws a bomb. Nigel Britt hauls it in for a 75-yard touchdown. Home team not giving up, 42-20. Late in the third, Reavers punted away. Bad snap. It would lead to a Baptist touchdown, 42-27. Teague alert. Number 6 breaks a couple tackles for a 29-yard run. 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 36. 4th quarter action. Brevard again. This time, he decides to take it himself. Connor powers his way. A 27-yard touchdown, 49-27. How about the defense? Well, D.A. Williams wanted to get some action. Intercepts the pass. Nobody will touch him. A pick 6 for the freshman. 56-27 Iowa Western. What the defense wants, the defense will get. George Court fumbles the ball. Marcus Montgomery recovers. Reavers offense doesn't waste any time. Brevard to Allison. Dives across the picket line for his 2nd touchdown of the day. 63-27 visitors. The Buffaloes never quit. 1st and 10 at the Reavers 42. Dixon connects to Tyrone Carter. Weasels hit through 2 defenders for a 42-yard touchdown. Iowa Western looking to take time off the clock. Tate Bender finds a big hole up the middle. He is gone. Nobody will even touch him. 75-yard score. Iowa Western wins big, 84-40.
Well, I'm obviously pleased with the outcome. I think the second half was, a lot better than the first half. Just from, our guys bringing a little bit more enthusiasm. We got to continue. We were flat coming in. I felt we were flat throughout the game, but a win's a win. That's 2 long road trips back to back, and good to get one.
Teague over a man. Teague to the 35-40, breaks loose.
Did you know that, or did one of your coaches tell you that you were getting close and breaking a record?
Yeah, my O-line came and told me. They ran over like, bro, you're 12 yards away. We have to get it. So coach told me I only had one drive, one try to get the 12 yards. So I was like, okay, let's do this.
What a run as he surges into the top spot in the record books. Keith Teague.
I was ecstatic. I was so happy for me and my O-line because this is an accomplishment for them too.
Guess what? Austin White again, this time to the left side, leaps across the defender, spins inside the red zone.
O-line blocked well. You know, we practiced like we played like we practiced today. So there was nothing really that we couldn't handle, and yeah, the whole team played well. So I think that contributed to my day.
Today they win 80 points.
The Reavers get back on track as they rack up an impressive 84 plays for 635 yards. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Aaron Zach.
Thanks, Aaron. So the Reavers storm back with a vengeance. 84 points. That's their highest point total, EVER, ever. Keith Teague, a school record 260 yards. And Connor Brevard makes like Jake Waters and throws 5 touchdown passes. And talk about putting the pedal to the metal. Leading 42-27 heading into the fourth quarter, Iowa Western scores 3 times in less than a minute. The visitors put up 42 on the Buffaloes in the final quarter. The Reavers rack up 635 total yards, 470 on the ground. 84-40. What a game. Next up, it's time for the broken record. The Stroh Show on the road again to Iowa Central for the second go-round with the Tritons. Keeping it outdoors, the Iowa Western soccer team goes for a swim with Iowa Lakes, who was all wet. But first, TJ tries again when we come back.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, our goal is to help you, your families, and your businesses grow and prosper for generations. We take pride in our community, whether it's volunteering our time or helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We provide you with the personal service and attention you deserve. With over 220 years of banking experience, decisions are made locally. We are Council Bluffs people operating at Council Bluffs Bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking, the way it used to be. Member FDIC.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill Meyer Woodring family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
The St. Albert football team made it 50 district wins in a row last week by blowing by Tri-Center. Next up, the Falcons fly with the Cardinals in Trainer. Now, Mother Nature not going to rain on the St. Albert parade. 2 weather delays made for a long night, but made it even longer for the home team. The Falcons trounced Trainer 59-0, led 31-0 after the first quarter. Jacob Benjamin continues to run wild. The senior, 124 yards and counted, 5 TDs. And Travis Miller, a couple of touchdown passes. Now, bottom right stat on the card side. Trainer, -9 total yards after the first quarter. The second-ranked St. Albert makes it 51 straight district wins and is now 6-0. The Birds back home next against Red Oak. And then there's TJ. Thomas Jefferson has really been struggling. The Yellow Jackets, losers of 4 straight, square off against another 4-loss team. So maybe, just maybe, here's IWTV student Eric Morrow.
Stormy night at CB Stadium. Both teams gamble early. First drive, 4th down for the Jackets. QB Jason Wallace sacked. First possession for the visitors. 4th and 3 inside the 20. Stopped. No score after 1. Second quarter, TJ's D tries to stay strong. Quarterback Evan Ewing hits Caleb Kesselring 7-0 Lincoln. Later on in the second, Rail Splitters threatening. 4th down, Ewing's pass is broken up. 7-0 at the half. TJ cheerleaders in pink to support breast cancer awareness. Early third quarter, the visitors, it's Kesselring again breaking free, 77 yards. The senior runs for 101. 14-0 Des Moines Lincoln. Later in the quarter, Ewing tries to extend the play, stripped by senior Ja'Kai Gregory, and he returns it inside the red zone of the Jackets have life. TJ 4th and 16 from the rail splitter 23. Wallace floats one up to senior Devin Capera and a great catch. And the good guys are on the board. It is 14-7. End of 3. The fourth quarter, the Des Moines Lincoln trying to hang on. They have a 1st and goal. Alex Seeker scores. The Des Moines Lincoln wins it 28-14.
You look at this, and we had a bunch of individual players that played really well. Like I said, their effort was great. If I have effort like that 9 games out of the year, I'm feeling pretty good about how we do in most of them.
For CBTV 17, I'm Eric Mara.
Thanks, Eric. Abraham Lincoln wins a wild win in the capital city. The Lynx outscored DM East 42-32. Dylan Garner, another 100-yard game and 3 TDs. Junior Peyton Heffernan, 127 and 1 touchdown. Now, Brandon Colpitz, another 100-yard receiving game. AL, 4-2 overall, 2-zip in the district. Justin Camrad and the Lynx back home next at City Stadium against yet another school from the capital city. Hey, remember the Titans? I know, but I couldn't resist. Hey, Lewis Central remains unbeaten where it counts in district play. LC wins on the road again at Perry, 17-7. Started the game an hour and a half early due to weather concerns. Another big night for the junior quarterback. Austin Simmons, a couple of TD passes to go with his 81 yards on the ground. Ryan Main, a sophomore, steps up and gives Lewis Central another option, 24 for 112. Brinkman and my man Ethan Ruby combined for 14 tackles on the D side. Now remember, Lewis Central loses its first 3 non-district games, then wins its next 3 district games. Next up, another big one, this time at home against mighty Harlan, and I can't wait to see that one. Wait till you see what the Iowa Western volleyball team does at home. It's a joyous festival, but first, how about the nation's number 1 and 2 soccer teams? After the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury, getting you back in the action. Jenny Ed Sports Med partners with Neb Ortho, giving you consistent one-on-one care from diagnosis to rehab. And since every injury an athlete is different, they've even developed a sports injury clinic specifically designed for athletes. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
This team is loaded, and there's a reason the Iowa Western men's soccer team is the big kahuna. I mean, for one thing, the Reavers have recorded 9 shutouts in a row. 9! That's unheard of. And thus, Jordan Carver and company head into the Iowa Lakes game as the number 1 team in the nation. The Lakers goalkeeper in for a busy day, and one he would just soon forget, especially the first half. Now, just how good are the Reavers? Check this out. Just under 33 minutes left. Osman Ellis Martinez, left foot, what a shot. And the number 1 team in the nation, dancing to a happy tune. Under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Home team with relentless pressure. The cross, and Iowa Lakes can't clear it. So it's out to Rafa Fiera, and the Brazilian just buries it. And the route is on. Less than 2 minutes later, it's Alan Rivera's turn. Now keeps his body between the defender and the ball. The sophomore from Phoenix just drives it through the roof. It's 3-0. 3.5 minutes later, the freshman from Honduras again, Martinez, takes the pass with the left foot. His second goal of the game, making it look easy. Still in the first half, over 5 minutes left. And when it's going good, it's going good. A lot of bodies in front, and watch where it goes through. Iowa Western slams the Lakers 7-0, their 10th shutout in a row.
10 shutouts in a row is a program record, you know. I think that's awesome. Last year, we got to this stage and we decided to let goals in. It was always just one goal. But this year, again, it just shows our guys a little bit more focus on the field.
What makes this team special?
The depth, honestly. There's a lot of kids from a lot of different places, and everybody can play a lot of positions. I think we've had like 5 or 6 different outside backs play this year, so it's been great to have a lot of depth.
Played like a number 1 team.
Yes, I believe so. We were just motivated for this game. Every game we're motivated, and we're ready to go.
Number 1 in the nation is a great feeling. It's a great honor to have that on our backs. I think it's a challenge now. We have to step up and really perform like we are the number 1 team in the nation.
Let's go Raven! Just another walk in the park for the number 1 team in the nation. Iowa Western runs its record to 12-0, and the Reavers are on a roll. Iowa Western then rolls into Marshalltown and takes a hard-fought 1-0 win. A little payback for that regional final last year. The top-ranked Reavers now a sparkling 13-0, and yeah, make that 11 shutouts in a row. And like I said, unheard of. The ladies aren't doing too bad themselves. Iowa Western is ranked 2nd in the nation, as the Reavers jump in with the Lakes as well. The 2nd-ranked Reavers line up with the number 17 Lakers. The home team dominates the first half. Off the set piece, Cassandra Anderson just can't reach it. Iowa Western, 8 shots, sends it in, just can't finish. The Reavers, 6 corner kicks overall. Henderson with the header. Hits the crossbar, and the visitors clear it. Just under 15 minutes left in the half. Nicole Gowans. Audrey Palmer races in. Left foot in the corner. And Iowa Western grabs a 1-zip lead.
Bypass it, go over the top of it, or cut it and play out the other way. We do not play into those types of situations. Okay? We've trained you better.
Head coach Brad Sylvie, not the happiest of campers. Iowa Lakes ties it just before the break. Second half, more the same. The Reavers outshoot the Lakers 16-7 and hit more crossbars as well. The home team, 8 shots in the second half to the Lakers 3. 28 minutes left in the match. Through ball to Thalia Jimenez. Right foot, far post. And 2nd-ranked Iowa Western wins its 8th straight, sinking Iowa Lakes 2-1.
In the first half, I thought we completely outplayed our opponent. We knocked it around well. We opened up space well. Very unfortunate with some of our finishing. A lot of things banged off a crossbar, which would obviously change the outcome and the dynamic of a game. But, second half, we go up a goal, and it was almost as if we didn't know the game of soccer.
Got to put your foot on the gas now.
Absolutely. We're right in the middle of the season. It's time to start refining ourselves as a team, and no more steps backward.
This game, definitely we could have done a little bit better. I think there was a little bit of ups and downs, but I think we did enough to get the win.
Good effort. Good effort there. Thank you.
The Reavers run their record to 8-1, 4-0 in the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference. But as the head coach said, with postseason play a month away, it's grow-up time. Iowa Western continues to grow on the road. The number 2 Reavers score a total of 21 goals, shut out Ill Central 10-0, and then Heartland 11-0. The ladies 10-1 and looking good. Hey, if you wanted to get a good look at the 8th-ranked volleyball team, then the Reaver Festival just for you on the other side.
What does the world have in store for you? It's all here. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
The Iowa Western V-ball team is once again kicking butt and taking names. And the latest example? The festival in Canesville. Well, it's officially called the Reaver Volleyball Festival. I call it the Who Wants to Try Their Luck Against One of the Top Teams in the Nation Festival. 2 words. Good luck. The 8th-ranked Reavers kick off the festival Friday, October 4th at 11 a.m. Iowa Western doesn't waste any time against Longview. The home side, 13 of the first 14 points. KK Lockhart, one of her 5 kills in the first set, 6-1. The Reavers, just too much firepower. Allie Dawson with a screamer, 13-1. The visitors in the far court appear overmatched. Out of bounds, Iowa Western wins the first set, 25-9.
We have hits coming to us between players. Nobody's even moving.
The Longview head coach fired up. The second set, more the same. The Reavers in the far court jump out 15-7. Sydney Nelson just kills it. Setter Katia Sanchez, a team-high 28 assists, and fools them here 16-7. The home team, just 5.5 blocks overall. Every little bit helps. Iowa Western wins the second set 25-12.
Whether she covers the ball, whether she sets an easy free ball, you can't.
First-year head coach Alicia Williams covering all the bases. Third set, the Reavers again take command early. KK Lockhart, one of her 9 kills overall. And talk about a 1-2 punch, Allie Dawson finishes with a team-high 14 screamers, 11-6 Reavers. Now the Lakers do not go down without a fight. In the net, Longview grabs a 16-14 lead, but the freshman from Wisconsin hitting on all angles, Allie Dawson, and it's all tied up. Now Iowa Western wins 7 of the last 10 points as the Reavers block Longview 25-21 to win the match 3-0.
I think that we played really well off the get-go. I think, we did some really good things, and I think that we were, playing well together. And then towards the end, I started throwing people in where they weren't really used to, and it was kind of chaotic.
Compare this year's team to last year's.
I think this year, this team is just very young. We're not used to playing with each other. So we have a lot of opportunities to try and get used to each other and figure out the game, and I think we're doing a good job so far.
What stands out for you about this team?
How we come together and play as one, and we work together. No one on the team is selfish, and we just have a big bond, and our chemistry is growing. So.
Oh, yes!
Is this a loosey-goosey team or a real quiet type team?
Oh, we're not quiet. We have a lot of fun, but we know when to be serious. So.
How have you grown since the first match as a head coach?
I think to me it's been hard just kind of always having to have the input on them. For them, I'm the same person off the court. I'm going to be your friend when I need to be your friend. I'm going to be your enemy when I need to be your enemy, and your mom when I need to be your mom. So it just depends on, what they need at that time.
Reavers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Reavers!
Oh.
Iowa Western walks away with a W in the first match of the Reaver V-Ball Festival. The home team follows with a straight set victory over KC, Kansas later that same day. Then on Saturday, Iowa Western sticks it to Johnson County in 3. The Reavers go 5 with D2 Des Moines area winning the 5th set 15-12. Iowa Western sweeps its own tournament going 4-0. And the 8th-ranked Reavers raise their record to 26-3.
Iowa Western Reaver.
9th-ranked Iowa Western, home sweet home against Southwestern. Reavers start off hot. Cassidy Sullivan, one of her 8 kills on the evening. Home team starts this first set up 14-5. Part of that, KK Lockhart, access denied. Lockhart would have 3 blocks in this contest. IWCC wins set 1, 25-13. Set 2, Big Blue picks up where they left off. Sullivan, bam! Spartans keeping it close. Katia Sanchez, though, with an ace, puts the Reavers up 7-5. Iowa Western steps on the gas as KK spikes it with authority. 11-8 Iowa Western. Home team pulls ahead and stays ahead. Allie Dawson kills it to claim set 2. 25-13. Reavers running away with it. Into the third set. Iowa Western jumps to an early 4-1 lead. Dawson smacks it for the kill. Spartans, though, trying to hang around. Shelby Sullivan here with the block to tie it up at 4 apiece. Reavers later in the set up 3. Dawson again with the kill. She had the team high 13 total. Visitors, though, not going away. Janae Fox with the kill, making it 18-14 home team's favor. Match point. Cassidy Sullivan, pow! Reavers win set 3, 25-21, and sweeps Southwestern.
We've played them before, so we were kind of just going for little errors, and I think we did a good job with that, so that was kind of what we were going for.
I think they did a good job. I think, you know, there weren't any eyesores. Everyone had a pretty solid game, and that's what we need. We don't need everyone to have a spectacular game, but everyone needs to have a good game, and I think that's what happened.
We just came in, we played them once, so we just came in, we was really focused. We knew we had to get big blocks, and they had a left hitter, and we shut her down.
You know, this weekend being home and just having the energy to go in through, you know, the last half of the season, it's great to start back at home, start back at the beginning, and work through that last half.
Reavers have now won 16 in a row. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Austin Heine.
Not too shabby, huh? And then there's the high school teams. They're putting up some pretty big numbers as well. St. Albert goes 4-1 at that TJ tournament. The Saints lose a tough one in the final, 21-13, 21-19 to Sergeant Bluff Luton. Now still, Class 2A number 4 St. Albert, 20-3. Abraham Lincoln goes 2-2 at the Urbandale Invite. And look at the Lynx, 29-8. That's pretty darn good. The 9th-ranked team in Class 4A, 11-12. Lewis Central, some pretty good wins over Atlantic and Creston. And Thomas Jefferson, 1-3 in its own tournament. So Mike Bond and the Yellow Jackets now 8-13. So there you go. Game, set, match. And you know, this is always one of the busiest times of the year, and it's only going to get busier. But we here at the BSZ are on it. It's always go time for us. Hey, what? Stop the presses? This show is over? Until next week. So, as always, for the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm JJ Davis, and I'll see you around.